Yo, what up guys? SooFlux here, and today I just have a gameplay with Twin Blast, but I don't want to really get into specifics. I just want to talk about how people ADC and how they should improve, because it comes at a point where people are just struggling. For example, right here. So what I'm gonna do is slow push. A lot of people don't know how to slow push, so I want to just throw this out. If you have more shooting minions, technically the next horde, you're gonna have an extra 3 shooting minions, which is gonna slowly push up the lane. So if I knock out their shooting minions, their next horde is only going to have 2 shooting minions, while I still had the 2 from before, and then the 2 that just came in. So I'm going to have 4 shooting minions, and it's going to slowly push up towards their side. The reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of people struggle to even slow push, or when to slow push, or how to rotate, or even when to farm. Because what I see is people, actually on streams and stuff, people do this. So your team's always getting ganked. You know they're death balling mid. So what can you do? How do you prevent this, or how do you even fix this? So it comes at a point where you know that they're all death balling. You're gonna slow push right, knock off their shooting minions, and maybe even the next horde knock their shooting minions out, and then rotate mid to prevent the gank, or even just to scare them off. Or what you could do, instead of even initiating trying to win the team fight or defending mid, you could completely punish them and hard push the crap out of right, because you're punishing them in a way. But if you feel like your team's gonna slowly lose that team fight, you don't want to do that, because what that's gonna do is you're gonna slowly push right, or hard push right, while your whole team just died, or at least 3 of them died, and they have 4 people mid just hard pushing the crap out of it. So you're gonna either lose the T2 or damage the crap out of it, and then randomly someone from their side is just gonna rotate right and go at a 1v1, going against you. And what you're gonna do is just teleport and waste time. So that's what I'm trying to say is people even struggle when to farm. Even in the beginning, for example, if you guys want to learn how to freeze a lane, you want to just do vice versa of it. So for example, you want them to knock off your shooting minions, or even knock off the melee minions. But most likely, if you're just going against a countess or something, they're gonna knock off the shooting minions, because she's trying to push it back and just keep shadow slipping against the minions, because that's how she's gonna farm. Also, that's how she's gonna sustain in offlane and not knocking down the T1. So she's gonna knock off your shooting minions. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna chill. For example, you're just gonna chill, and you're gonna wait until their minions are gonna slowly push up your minions towards your tower. That's gonna prevent her from farming, or even when she does want to get close to your T1, that's setting up for a gank pretty much. So if you're playing with a party, she's going very close to your T1, which is near gold buff, for example, so around this area. And what you're gonna do is set up for a gank, and then if you have a stun or something, or even Fang Mao or someone, it's just gonna go in, beat the hell out of them, and then you're probably with a Decker or Narbash. What they're gonna do is thunk as well, and then bada bing bada boom, you're just setting up ganks left and right, and you're gonna farm. So what that's gonna teach her is not to get that close, and then she's just gonna try to go for ganks later. And then when you see her rotate for ganks, for example, exactly where these minions are, because she's not here anymore, you just, for example, just destroyed her. What she's gonna do, not push up this lane, because she knows she's gonna probably die. She's gonna rotate and try to go for a kill, which is Mortgage, for example. You know that she's right in jungle, she's trying to set up for a kill. So what I did was rotate mid. I knew that was going to go on, and we prevented them from even trying to get over and destroying our lives. So that's what you guys need to take in consideration. Right now, I see people even being Twin Blast and still attacking right. Why are you attacking right? You know what I mean? So people kind of struggle. They're probably still attacking right, trying to farm for some reason. It comes at a point where when you're very scaled, it feels like 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna win the team fight, especially because we have 2 stuns. We have gadgets like drone, which is gonna really do damage, knock off a quarter HP minimum, maybe even half, and then you're just gonna put in work from there. You guys need to take into consideration that left lane slow push, pay attention, right lane slow push. What do? Group up mid, because even if you guys just look at each other and do it like a stare contest, those are gonna slowly push up and make sure that when you guys are just staring at each other, they're gonna knock off the inhibs or even the T2s. Let's keep that in mind. For example, too, if we did lose this team fight, they would still have to defend all lanes and waste time. So they're really not doing anything to invade their jungle, even steal their jungle in the meantime. So that's what we need to understand. Like, you need to understand either slow push, when to slow push, when to group up, and really know when to put in work. Like, people really do struggle, and if I did stay right and attacked it, we wouldn't have got mid, and maybe they even probably would have rotated and defended left and mid, because there would be only Countess and the Richter mid. So I doubt that they would be able to take mid, and they would defend all lanes. So we need to take that into consideration, know when to slow push and everything, and really understand when to farm as well, because people still struggle on that. And on top of that, if you guys really want a lot of minion kills, like by the 10-minute mark, you should have like 70, at least 70. Like, you shouldn't be at like 50, at least 60 actually. Like, you should not be low. I see a lot of people be at like 23. Like, for what? Why are you at 23 minion kills? There's no point. You need to farm in the beginning, especially as an ADC, and know when to slow push and rotate for fights. And then on top of that, I just want to show you guys my build too for all ADCs. So I have Drongo actually, and then I have Twin Blast as the same build, and then we're going to Rev and Pharaoh. I'll show you guys bada bing bada boom, whole lot of gang shit. Let's get it. So if you guys do want some like examples like in gameplay wise, I'll tell you guys throughout every single time I play as ADC, because like I main ADC. If I'm playing jungle, I'm gonna either like suck or do good that game. But honestly, I'm super confident as being an ADC and like destroying it every single game. Like, that's how confident I am. I'm that type of guy, and I just want to destroy anybody in my path. I don't give a shit. I get an opportunity, I'm gonna strike the shit out of it, and that's just my goal, especially as ADC. But like, I'll show you guys examples. If I'm playing like ADC next video, which I'm not, I doubt it, but if I'm playing ADC or something, I'll tell you guys throughout the video and give you guys tips. Like, that's my goal. I don't want to tickle my ass and, you know, like, show you guys that. I just want to really give you guys tips now and just tell you guys, like, I really still see people struggle on some stupid shit, and we don't want that. I even struggle sometimes, especially like if they are just destroying us. Like, in my head, I'm like, fuck, what should I do? Should I keep farming, or should I try to rotate and hope my teammates at least hit a stun? Because I just encounter people that don't know how to aim or even hit stuns, and in my head I'm like, what the shit is going on? Like, why would I rotate mid if they're just getting wrecked? They're not hitting it. They're not even hitting Gadget's drone. You know what I mean? So that's a struggle bus. You don't want to encounter that. So my Twin Blast build and Drongo build, you're gonna have, I could just go through here. So you're gonna have Heavy Hitter, which is really, really helpful. At least like 15 minutes in the game, what you would want is Armor Pen, which is going to be really helpful, the guard. And then I would want Cult, which is going to be really, really helpful to execute minions. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to knock this out like 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in, whatever. And really put the guard, Wealthy, and then you would want Heavy Hitter. And then around 26 minutes, if you don't die and you still have a Profiter, you're gonna knock off Profiter, even knock off Heavy Hitter, and then put in Shatter Golem, which is gonna really help. And you notice at a point where like you're destroying everybody, you're ahead of their ADC, and you're really, really farming. I would prefer like this build with Twin Blast, Drongo, and even Sparrow, and sometimes actually Murdoch, because I really like prefer damage, a shit ton of damage. So I'll do Shatter Golem at, oh shit, what the hell did I do? So Shatter Golem as one of my main cards. Shatter Golem, this card, which is gonna be pretty helpful with HP and damage in a way, especially because like you do 1 extra damage per 60 HP missing, which is like kind of helpful, but it really does help out on HP. And then lastly, you're gonna have like Heavy Hitter, I'm pretty sure, and that's gonna equal up like full build, and you're just gonna destroy right then and there. People do put Vampiric Blade, which is gonna be decent. You're gonna do a shit ton, but like I've noticed that if I'm playing Sparrow and I have this card, it's mind-boggling. Like, straight up, she ults, she puts this card on, she's not dying. So she's really helpful. So for my like last cards though, if you guys really want my Twin Blast last cards and Drongo, it's Shatter Golem, Compensator, Rig, and then Heavy Hitter. These are gonna just change the game, especially if you scale. And then where's Murdoch? I have Murdoch with Twin Blast, which this could really work if you want to do Sacred Alchemy because it was really powerful. But now, like, in my head, I'm like, I don't really want that because I do see people destroy me when I'm ahead of them and I have this card, like, added. You know what I mean? I have lifesteal on top of that. So I'm not dying in a way, but I'm not doing as much damage as possible. So I knock this card or this build out, and I just stick to this deck. Like, I'm being dead ass. This deck really does help with every single ADC. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want to sustain, you could put Shattered Golem or whatever, and then Sacred Alchemy in them. But like, I don't prefer it anymore, especially because Rev now. Like, if you really want to just destroy, I would put Deathcrawler because his 5th ability or 5th hit does work. He has that burst damage, and then if you want, you could even put Red Zone. But in my head, I noticed Rev falls off. You guys are wondering because he has to reload. By the time he reloads or that animation's like super long, Twin Blast, Sparrow, or even Murdoch shot like 10 bullets in the meantime of the animation. So you don't want that. Rev like really does struggle, but don't take that like as a, you know, as a butthurt statement. Like, honestly, there's people that do great with him, but still wouldn't prefer it, especially in high elo. You're gonna get tossed. And maybe today I might even double upload, or even show you guys my build for casters as well, because like I have a Gideon build that does work and mainly does like a shit ton of damage. I could do this with Countess and stuff, but if I'm offlane, I'll do like different gems. So the cards might be the same, but the gems might be different. And then like Lieutenant Belka, certain things like I do have it similar, but I also change them at the same time because it's different roles. And then lastly, like I have a Countess build that I don't know what the hell I was building. It was completely off, but I don't use this. I use the Gideon one as well. Also, guys, forgot to even show you guys my gems. So first thing is improves killing blows. Obviously, you could just put this up for a bonus. Wait, how do you go to gems? Right here. That's how. You could just put Wealthy on, or you could do fast traveling, which I do either or. This isn't like that helpful, but either Wealthy or gain 40 movement speed, so you could just rotate if you want to a lot quicker. And then you have lifesteal. I don't have multi-shot because I really do hit my shots regardless. So I have this. So every bullet or even every crit, you're hitting around 40 or 400 or 500. You're getting like 40 HP from it. And then from attack speed, it just every 5th basic attack. Or even you can put Duelist to take 20% less. So it's either or. I might even put this right now, basic damage or basic armor. And then you could do that, whatever, bada bing, bada boom. And then lastly, you have critical hit. No matter what, if you're an ADC, put this shit on. Don't care what you're doing, how you're doing it, whatever. And then vitality, I don't have anything. But intellect, I do. Surprisingly, like, I would have, what was it? What was this card? Another card that I had. What the hell? Knock this off. I had Healing Towers. Pretty helpful. Even Quick Exit, which I always had. But I was trying out Onslaught for like just auto shield or even Onslaught to help out cooldowns. But what I would do is just put Healer's Tower just in case for a quick exit so I could farm a lot easier. Like, it's pretty insane how quick I could farm or get out of situations. So it's like either or. You could put this if you want. You could put this if you want. Pretty helpful. And then lastly, that's all. That's pretty much it for the Twin Blast one. And then you could use this on Sereth. But if you're Sereth jungling, I would completely change the game or the whole entire scheme. So I would just, let's see. What I would do if I'm jungling, this is just like an awful deck. I would just put Sereth jungle. So I would put Jungle Assassin. That's one. Number 2, I would put Wealthy or even anything. I would even put Fast Travel so I could rotate easier, get ganks easier. And then Lifesteal for sure. 100%. Like, I love this. Lifesteal for sure, even attack speed if you want to. And then what do you have? And then piercing armor did help at a point, but in my head I'm like, you know, I could put it either or. It doesn't help as much, but if you're going against a tank, it sort of does in a way. So ended up putting that, and I might even do that for my Twin Blast because it was sort of helpful. And then lastly, critical hits. You guys already know the deal. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing straight damage, put this shit on. And then for jungle or even tower, this will be off. For jungle minions, you're just going to put that so you could gain HP. It's pretty much a siphon. And with that being said, now I'm done. Thank you guys for everything. And every single time at the end of the month, I'm just going to show you guys what I build or how I build or what I revised, whatever it may be. So love you guys. Thank you guys for everything. And I'm out.